We are in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, at the ice castles.
Beautiful ideas are often simple ones, like running water in sub-zero temperatures.
Minus 20 probably, give or take.
To build something that wouldn't naturally occur.
Yes, it's man-made in the sense that we kind of promote it. We put the icicles and we build these formations.
It's pulled apart and pasted together to look like something you've only seen in the movies.
It feels like being in a glacier or being inside the, Narnia castle or whatever.
It's like a fort made of ice.
And though the building materials are fragile, the structure is like concrete.
I'm breaking up the ice chunks so it's easier to walk on. You build it up all night and then you come back and smash it to pieces.
We have an ice farm where we grow thousands of icicles at a time, and we'll have people that harvest those and put them into bags for us. We'll add new ice to the structures and put more water on them when it's cold. We'll add a couple feet here and a couple feet there, and before too long, it's transformed itself over a week or two.
The ice is then planted.
Yeah, these are just super cool.
Layer upon layer to eventually become 40-foot castle walls.
And they're big and solid. It's a little bit of a challenge to kind of picture how it's going to grow, but it's also kind of fun.
This is just so cool. And to think it all got started in some guy's backyard in Pleasant Grove. It's really grown from there. They now have a couple of locations across the country, and they haven't ruled out the idea of coming back to Utah.
And I would recommend, if you had to choose, I'd come at night. That's me personally. Just because then you feel like you're nowhere else. You feel like you're in a different, in a different world almost.
Over the years, he's pieced together the right way to build it.
If somebody couldn't see it, it's one of those things that you would say a picture wouldn't even capture the detail of how pretty it really is.
I have never seen anything like it before. It's an amazing art form.
Most of the art happens overnight.
And they're easy to put them in any formation you want.
As the ice farmers plant the icicles and let them grow.
Walls can only go vertical for so long. We need to actually fill in the space in between them.
Like the ice, the operation has grown more complex. The castles that were once in Alpine and Midway.
Sometimes when it gets this cold, they don't want to stick. They pop off as they freeze.
Are now in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, and Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Now, to our defense, it was a good idea that we pulled out of Utah the year that we did, because had we tried to do one in Utah last year, it would have utterly failed because of the weather.
Christensen won't say where he plans to build next year. But even if the ice castles don't come back to Utah,
2 years in Midway were a lot of fun.
it's part of the inspiration that got him here. And that's the point. Ashton Goodell, Fox 13 News, Utah.